Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So the other day it was reported that James Harden perhaps could be looking to move out of the Brooklyn Nets by the NBA trade deadline, if not this NBA offseason. So, I don't think the Nets' big three of Kyrie, KD, and James have gone according to plan. A big reason behind that, obviously, man, is just like the past few years have been crazy when it comes to sports, but also injuries and things along those lines. Just really, man, we've not gotten to see this big three play together for a long, extended period of time. And the thing about it is that, KD, Kyrie, and Harden, they're all like some of the most gifted offensive players of all time. But at the same time, by bringing those three superstars together, it really made it so they had to kind of like, cut some losses as far as parts of the other team go. Have that be, defensively, or, just having really good depth out there. I mean, they don't have the greatest depth compared to some of the other really great teams in the NBA, man. So the idea by trading away James Harden, I don't think it would be a smart idea to try to get like a one-for-one superstar type of swap. Like, it's not going to be a case where it's like, oh, let's trade him for Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal is also a great offensive player, but I think what this Nets team needs is more depth, and I think trading James Harden and just rocking out with the Kyrie, Kevin Durant type of, big two right there, man, dynamic duo, you might want to say, and being able to fix some of the other aspects of the team by trading James Harden is probably the route to go. So we're going to figure that all out over on my Twitter account at ChrisFlakes2K. I did ask you guys to give me your realistic James Harden trade packages, and we're going to go through all those, and then I'm going to go ahead and do my own on NBA 2K and, rock out the simulation and everything good like that, man. So, yes, if you guys don't mind leaving a like on the video and, of course, subscribing to the channel, would be greatly appreciated. So, the first thing I want to do is take a look at the Brooklyn Nets. What exactly are they doing this NBA season? So, despite the lack of playability of the big three, they still have a record of 27-16. Now, Durant's going to be out for some time, and that very well could go south very quickly. Now, James Harden and Kyrie can carry a team, as we all know, at least to some extent. But, it's just like, it's not going to be the same, and the lack of depth at certain positions, and Kyrie not playing every single game is going to hinder them and keep them, I think, from being, top three in the Eastern Conference, at least in the short term, right, man? So, beyond that, I mean, the offensive rating is 9th, which is a big part of that is because of Kevin Durant. Defense rating 14th. Also, a big part of that is because of Kevin Durant. He's a very underrated defender throughout his NBA career, so we can see a dip in those numbers a little bit. But also having Kyrie, I think maybe the offensive rating can maintain to some extent if Kyrie can be, Kyrie Irving night in and night out when he's playing. But, yeah, defense is definitely something I would like the team to focus on via a trade if they do trade away James Harden. So, I mean, looking at the player stats on the season, James Harden, what exactly is he doing? 23 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds per game. Efficient-wise, about 40% field goal efficiency, 34% from three. We all know that he has really taken a step forward as far as getting away from that hero style ball that he played on the Houston Rockets. So, I mean, I still think very well like James Harden could return to that type of play if he wanted to in the right system. But do I think it leads to winning basketball? Well, based off his time in Houston, not really. So, I mean, he plays basketball exactly as he should be playing it right now. So, I mean, there's a lot of teams out there that could definitely utilize him and get them to that next tier as contenders, in the NBA. So, I mean, let's go ahead, man, and hit up some of these trades you guys were talking about. So here we have Sixers 2022 NBA champs wanting to do a trade of James Harden and Cam Thomas for Tobias Harris and Danny Green. You would definitely be champions if that trade went down. Come on, man. Like, Tobias Harris has one of the worst contracts in the NBA. You're also tossing in Danny Green in hopes of getting Cam Thomas out. I mean, I guess Cam Thomas is going to the 76ers. No, wait. Wait. Yeah, what is this trade, man? Come on now. What's the upside? He says, please don't become a GM, bro. The Nets would be on drugs to do this. Okay. What else we got here? Okay, so this is him saying it's BS. I know everything. Nothing's going to happen until it does. That's kind of just kind of how it is up in there, right, man? So yeah, actually, not a ton of trades. Me and a lot of people saying it's just not going to happen. Not going to happen. Where are we at with this, man? Oh wait, it's because it's not my post. My bad. I was like, what's going on here? Okay, it wasn't my... Okay, that was the initial post. This is my post right here to give me your realistic trades. This makes much more sense. I was just like, why is nobody listing trade packages? So here we have Pacers, James Harden, Nets, Miles Turner, Chris Duarte, Justin Holiday, and 4 picks. Honestly, like, Miles Turner is exactly the type of player they need. You get like scoring guard and Chris Duarte. I think maybe I'd like to see Karis LeVert or TJ Warren over there instead for more of the veteran presence. But Not bad. Not a bad little. That's not bad. And all the picks, and then you got James Harden, out there with Domantas Sabonis doing some things for the Pacers. That's pretty interesting, honestly. Here we have another Miles Turner trade. Okay. Here we have the Brooklyn Nets get Ben Simmons, Tyrese Maxey, 2 first-round picks. Philly receives James Harden. I actually love this type of trade. Long story short, man, I think Ben Simmons is like the perfect fit for the for what exactly the Brooklyn Nets need. And I think James Harden playing with Joel Embiid, like that does some things to me on the inside, man. Like I just like. So yeah, I actually love that, to be honest. I'm not saying that's the exact trade, but something along those lines. I think that's a good scenario for both sides. I know people are talking about Ben Simmons these days, but defense, man, just ability to handle the basketball. Yeah, that would be great. That would be great for them over there. Here we have a trade with the Jazz of Mike Conley, Bogdanovich, Joe Ingles for James Harden and Bruce Brown. Some nice vets to put around KD and Kyrie, but Mike Conley, I guess that gives them a good point guard to have when Kyrie's not playing, and then he could be a 6-man otherwise. You get some scoring and stuff like that. It's not a bad trade. Like I said, I think I like to lean a little bit more towards some defense. I'm saying, Joe Ingles and stuff like that, good defensive player, but also up there in age too, where maybe not as quick as he used to be. Let's do some more here, man. Here we have another one for Ben and Maxey. Here's a trade with the Clippers by Supreme Xavier, saying the Clippers get James Harden 2 seconds. Nets get Luke Kennard, Marcus Morris, BJ Boston, and 2 firsts. Love my guy Luke Kennard, man, but once again, I want to see more defense going over to the Nets. It's no slander on Luke Kennard, by the way. Jeremy Grant and Killian Hayes for James Harden. Yeah, I'm down for it. Let's do it. Okay, yeah, it's not gonna happen, unfortunately. Blazers get Harden, Javon Carter, and Harris. Nets get Lillard, Covington. Kyrie and Lillard. I mean, that's interesting, but once again, it's too much of this guy needs the ball in his hands to be a great player. So that's what I'm not really liking there. Oh, whoa, okay. We got Vlad here saying, just stick with me here. Okay, let's do it. Let's stick with him, man. Mavs get Harden and Bruce Brown. Harden and Luka, interesting. Nets get Kristaps, Hardaway, Brunson, 2 to 3 firsts. Brunson could be a 6-man or start at times if needed. When Kyrie's out, Hardaway brings you some scoring, probably off the bench. But in the short term, is good score to have too. Kristaps, Kristaps Porzingis, he's a basketball player that does some okay things at times, man. Can block some shots and stuff and make some shots. Wait, okay. Well, now we're trading Kyrie. No, I'm sorry. Oh, no. Oh, wait, that's the rotation. Okay, I was like, okay, not a bad little trade. I actually think that's pretty interesting. Here we have, oh boy, yeah. I see the Golden State Warriors, and I see a lot of pieces being tossed around here. I don't think the Warriors need to be doing that type of move. I feel like they're in a pretty good place. That's way too much of a chemistry shift. Harder for Ben Simmons in a first. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of that here. Here we got the Nets get Bam Adebayo, Malcolm Brogdon, and 3 firsts. That would be fantastic. Heat get James Harden, Bruce Brown. Honestly, with how the Heat play, I'd rather have Bam Adebayo. I'm sorry. That's just, as the Heat play, I'd rather keep him, And the Pacers get Tyler Hero and Joe Harris. Yeah, I don't know if I like that for the Heat too much. To give my honest opinion here. Tobias for James Harden. James Harden, Cavs trade Colin Sexton, Kevin Love, Isaac Okoro, 2 first-round picks. I like what Cleveland's got going on. I don't think they need that big of a shakeup, personally speaking. Yeah, a lot more Ben Simmons type of things out there, which is probably going to be the type of trade that I end up working through. We got Russell Westbrook for James Harden. Fantastic. -9 wins. Wow. Bro, -9 wins putting Russell back with Kevin Durant. I mean, the chemistry's there. What else we got? Harden for Duncan. 2 firsts and KZ. That'd be more than that, man. Duncan Robinson, I assume. Or maybe it's a time machine to bring back Tim Duncan. Because that I would actually consider. Mavericks, so we got some other pieces for James Harden, which, once again, it's going to add the depth. That's going to add the depth to him out there. Here we go. Here's a big old picture to look at. Nets get Kemba, Evan Fournier, John Collins. Knicks get James Harden, Bruce Brown. And the Hawks get Julius Randle. I think I'd rather just keep John Collins if I'm the Hawks. Yeah. What else we got? Gary Bird. Hey, there we go. We got a Rockets fan up in here. Nets get Danny Green, Ben Simmons. Okay, so we're at this point, we are seeing a lot of very similar trades. I think a lot of people agree Ben Simmons and James Harden type of thing is great, man. Here we got Egan saying, Crispy, I dare you to put me in the video trade. I receive part in video. You receive check previous line. I receive, I guess, that I accepted the dare. Okay. There we go, man. There we go. Let's go ahead and hop over to NBA 2K22. And I want to hit up the trade finder because I'm always curious what like 2K says guys like James Harden are worth. So we're going to go to him first right here. And we have... That gets it done for me, man. I think it is important to note that James Harden is an expiring contract. He does have a player option, but he's going to decline that because he's 32, going to be 33. So obviously, he wants to get one more large contract. He'd probably get a 4-year, very large, amount from whatever team gets him. So yeah, that's a little risk. That's a little risk. But also Joe Harris for some shooting. I actually like this a lot, man. You're probably looking at Ben Simmons. You would have Kyrie Irving. That'd be your backcourt. Kevin Durant, Tobias Harris, and then insert center. We'll select them to go for a center. Really, you could even do some small ball, man. No, wait, never mind. I'm getting that confused. Okay, yeah, not a bad little trade. I actually kind of like that. Bobby Portis, Chris Middleton, Paul George. I mean, if you want to switch up what you do next season. Now, obviously, Paul George might not be back for the rest of the year, and you don't really want to risk that. But at the same time, if you were able to get healthy, like Paul George can be one of the greatest catch-and-shoot players in the NBA. So that would be nice playing off of Durant and Kyrie at least. You get the defense with Paul George. Eric Bledsoe, you get a guy that can come off the bench, as a 6-man point guard, but also start at times too when Kyrie's not playing. So that's a little interesting. John Collins, Clint Capella. I don't know if Harden and Trey would be the greatest fit together. Here we got, Bam and Kyle Lowry. Wow, okay, so maybe I'm stupid for saying don't trade Bam Adebayo, I guess. Rudy Gobert. They really want to switch things up there in Utah. That gets the defense over to one side, and then obviously James Harden with Donovan Mitchell would be insane to watch. Here we got De'Aaron Fox and Harrison Barnes. I don't really like Fox in the backcourt with Kyrie. I guess it could work, but not optimal. But once again, some good depth right here, and also a young piece in De'Aaron Fox. It's nice too, all things considered. Jamal Aaron Gordon, Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam. Come on now, 2K. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Pokashevsky, James Wiseman, Klay Thompson, and Bradley Beal and Spencer Dinwiddie. This is my favorite trade as far as like this could work. So this is the one we are going to go with here, man, as far as this goes. So let's go ahead and let me go and select up also the Philadelphia 76ers team selection. Make sure both sides are good to go. Then we're gonna do a simulation. So all right, looking at the 76ers, you are looking at something along the lines of Harden, Seth Curry. Ooh, they don't have a power forward, man. Ooh, damn. That makes me want to throw up a little bit. Just a little bit, man. Whew. Yeah, you might have to get some 3-team action up in here, man. Okay, well, we're going to rock out this rotation. I'm going to see how it does, but, okay. Well, yeah, maybe some other guys would have to be included. Maybe toss in LaMarcus Aldridge, play a little old-school Portland Trailblazers power forward, man. I don't really know. And then on this side of things, Ben Simmons. Oh, that's a nasty team. That's a nasty team. And once again, the idea of Ben Simmons maybe playing small ball center with Patty Mills starting, man, laying up the court. Man, I like it. I like it. Definitely fit-wise better for the Nets. 76ers, you can make a case, but other moves would have to be made, right? And they also got Tobias Harris out of it, man. Which, in a way, for the 76ers, like, ain't a bad thing because it's not the greatest contract. And they're already talking about trading away. But, yeah, I can see Tobias being shifted somewhere else, too. But, yeah, guys, let's go ahead and simulate this NBA season and see both how these teams do. I imagine probably both top 2 or 3 teams in the Eastern Conference. But 2K sometimes has other, things in mind. Okay, so we're at the end of the regular season, guys. The Brooklyn Nets, 6th place. So, maybe not the greatest trade, I guess. Maybe not the greatest trade. And then we got the 76ers. Wow, 3rd place. Backwards, based off what I was thinking, but I guess you team up James Harden with Joel Embiid, it doesn't really matter who else is on the court. So we got one more game here against the Pistons, simulate through date, and finish with a W on the season. So we actually got Embiid, wow. Playing, well, I guess he got Tyrese Maxey, obviously can create space from and everything like that, but even playing with James Harden, excelling that. 32 points, 16 rebounds, 6 assists per game, insane numbers. Josh Giddey is Rookie of the Year, never seen that in this game before. Kevin Love as 6-man, very well could actually happen. Giannis defense, well, no, it couldn't. Tyler Hero, okay, yeah. But pretty close to DeJounte Murray, most improved, and Monty Williams is Coach of the Year. So we got All NBA first with Joel Embiid making that, All NBA second, and we got All NBA third. So James Harden made that. No Nets making anything. Wow. maybe it wasn't a great fit. I'm actually like kind of like appalled here, man. A Chris Paul. Ooh, that was pretty good. That was pretty good, man. In the moment. Better like the video for that, or dislike it. Either way, man, I probably deserve a dislike too. But yes, okay. So, let's go to the player stats on the season real quick here. But ooh, first round matchup too. I love it. Player stats on the season. So we do have, we know Joel's stat line. We got James Harden at 24, 6, and 8, which is perfect. Drummond did start at power forward. That would not happen, but yeah. 15 and 12 would be one of the best rebound teams in the NBA, no doubt. And the rest of the team, played the role very nicely. I actually like the addition of Joe Harris on this team too, to be honest. So we got that, and then over for the Brooklyn Nets. I'm so curious what went wrong here, man. To get, 6th place. Like, not bad, but I was expecting better. So Kyrie and KD did their thing. Ben Simmons at 15 and 10. Tobias at 15 points and 5. I don't see the issue. I do not see the issue. Let me go to the let's go to the NBA standings. Maybe it was actually pretty close, like with the standings. So yeah, 47 wins. Not really like convincingly. They were the 6th place. All right. What about team stats? How's this looking? How's this looking for the Nets, man? Points per game, 3rd place. Points against. Ooh. So not like the greatest defensive team. So despite getting Ben Simmons, maybe it's not that big of a difference maker out there, man. So yes, I'm not quite too sure, but I guess we'll see. Well, maybe they'll win the championship. Okay, simulate playing. I was going to this video, man, just thinking Brooklyn was going to dominate, and that's not how it went. Okay, he'll simulate rounds. Here we go. And we have the Philadelphia 76ers eliminating the Brooklyn Nets in the first round, man. So closeout game looking like this: 30 for Joel Embiid, 28 for Harden, 24 for Drummond. That boy's up to something, man. Why is he shooting 25 times? He should not be up to that. But hey, they won, so what do I know? Kyrie 31, 27 for Simmons. Ooh, oh, yo! He made a 3! 3-pointer! 24, 4, and 7 for Kevin Durant. I almost said Devin Durant. That's his younger brother, man, Devin Durant. That might actually be true. No, it's not. It might be. I don't know. Here we go. Boston, simulate rounds. And, okay, well, both teams didn't win nothing. So, yeah. Okay, yeah, man, let me know in the comment section below if you guys have a better trade in mind. I thought on paper it was pretty decent. I think Ben Simmons would be a great fit next to Durant and Kyrie, personally speak, man. But then again, we also got the Lakers win the championship. So it could still happen. It could still happen. We'll see. But hopefully you guys all enjoyed this video. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace out, my friends.